Hey Scott, hey everyone else. So the day has finally come. It's time for my 5K race that I've been training for the last 8 weeks or so. I have been hoping to get less than 19 minutes. Originally I was training for that 18-minute mark, but I wasn't able to train super well in the last few weeks. It just didn't go the way I had wanted. So 19 minutes is the new goal, but as much below 19 is obviously great. I've never actually run below 19 minutes. My previous personal best is 19 minutes and 14 seconds. So yeah, going for a PB today, and it'll be the first time I've gotten a PB in the last 5 years. So it's pretty exciting, and hopefully I'll be able to do it. Once I got there, yeah, just did some warming up, did a quick pre-race run just to limber up a bit, and then it was off to the start line. And yeah, like I didn't know how many people were doing the 5K. It turned out about 77 people competed in it. And yeah, there was also the 10K race was starting at the same time, so it was a bit tough to know who I was actually competing against. But yeah, the race started, and I put myself towards the front, and yeah, I was a good judge based off who was there. I pretty much stuck in the same position that I started in for most of the race. And classically, I always start out a bit too fast. I was actually at an 18-minute pace for the first kilometer, so 3:36 pace. And then I sort of like started to pull it back because I didn't want to peter out like a lot towards the end. So my second and third K were actually intentionally a fair bit slower. But then, yeah, my last couple Ks, like fourth and fifth kilometer, were actually probably just running out of steam by that point. But the race was going really well at the start, and I actually realized towards the end that I was winning for most of the race. I could always hear someone behind me running, and I later found out that he was also doing the 5K. And yeah, like around the 4 kilometer mark, which is where I was really starting to hurt because it was a really nice flat course, like around a big circuit. And then towards the end, there was a bit of a dog leg out to the side and back to the loop. And that was like through an underpass and then back up onto the like flat ground sort of thing. And so it was a bit of a hill and stuff. So it wasn't like super easy finish to the race. Like I wasn't super expecting it. So I just ran the best I could really. But it was, yeah, took it out of me towards the end of the race. But 5Ks go super quick when you're racing it. Like it is a short distance to run. So by the time I got to the 4K mark, I was just like pretty much hold on at this point. And yeah, I knew I was running slower than obviously at the start, but I thought, yeah, I can probably keep holding it. I was checking my watch, checking how close I was to that 19-minute mark, and I was still on target, so I kept running. And that's when this guy, sort of 1 kilometer to go, sort of finally overtakes me and then pushes for the win. And he's like glancing over his shoulder, making sure I'm not making a move on him. I probably should have actually made some sort of move, at least when he passed me, to intentionally like go after him or keep on his shoulder or something. But yeah, at that point, I think I was mainly just thinking about like the time because I really wanted to get that sub 19. So I wasn't too stressed about going for the win. And I actually wasn't 100% sure whether I was winning or not. So I didn't really care too much about it. But anyway, I just kept pushing fairly hard, kept him, within a decent distance. And then once I was back up out of that underpass, like up that last sort of hill back onto the flat, that was sort of like 200, 300 meters to go. And I just grimaced and went as hard as I could for that last bit. Pushed. And then, yeah, excitingly crossed the line at 18:47, which is about a 30-second PB, or not quite 30, 27-second PB from my previous, which is really exciting. So really, yeah, pumped that I'm finally like at my peak fitness. Like I may have been fitter when I did the half marathon earlier in the year, but just to be able to like set in stone, like no, this is the new PB that I'm always going to be chasing after for the future with 5Ks. I'm actually hoping to beat it again later this year, maybe when I'm doing my 10K training towards the end of the year. But it's just really cool to like finally set a new PB after such a long period of time. And yeah, it's exciting thinking, what could the rest of this year look like?
In the male 5K race, third place in the time of 18:56, Ramsey Izzat. Well done, Ramsey. Second place was Tim Watkin in 18:47. Good on you, Tim. And our winner today, our good friend who often comes early just to help us set up. Very, very generous man. Brought his son with him today also to help. Embodies the spirit of these races. Our winner in the male 5K race, 18:37, Stuart Evans. Yeah, so just stick around. When we're going to do the categories now, and then at the end we'll get the photo. So if you get a medal, feel free to stay up here.
So in the future, I'm excited to get into the training for my marathon towards the end of the year, or in October. It's only about 3 months away, actually. So yeah, it's really exciting, and I'm keen to get into that, and excited to think what sort of time I could run for that. And yeah, hopefully the training just goes well with that. Yeah, always training is a bit unpredictable, and Scott, I know that you a bit injured and still recovering from sickness and stuff, so yeah, hopefully you can get back into that training soon. You can get back up to that higher mileage. But yeah, just keen to do it with you. However, whatever form we end up on race day, it'll be exciting to do it together. So looking forward to it, and yeah, hope you guys join us on that journey. And anyway, I'll see you in my next video, and I'll probably be talking about my training plan for the marathon. So I'll catch you there. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already, and yeah, have a good week.